Hello, it's Amber here. So I've been approached once again by one of the spiritual hitman. His name is Darren Barnes. Darrenbarnes. It's a black gentleman who lives over at Lexington Place Apartments over here by Walmart at 4500 Fayetteville Road in Raleigh, North Carolina. Um, yeah, I keep having this recurring dream where he's dragging me across the floor and trying to strangle me with his forearm. So yeah, he keeps trying to come to me and kill me in my dreams. Um, for all I know, he's gonna try to come, to where I'm at. So, Lord only knows. I just wanted to get that out there so that everybody would understand how real all of this is. How these witches and warlocks and this spiritual battle we're going through is real. But it's only real if you don't take the mark of the beast. You want me to tell you what the mark of the beast is? You want to know why Amber's having so many problems? Number one is there's a Mr. Schulberg that's the owner of IMC Metals America and Ames Copper Group. Copper Group? Yeah, we all know what copper is. Out of Shelby, North Carolina, and they tried to sex traffic me. And when I brought a sexual harassment complaint against Joseph Collins, which was the HR manager, supervisor, whatever you want to call it, because he had my car taken from me, because of course they're all Freemasons. So it was Kings Mountain Auto in Kings Mountain, North Carolina. They took my car. So then I had to rely on the people at IMC Metals to get back and forth to work. And when they started harassing me. They were doing witchcraft through the cameras, through the Wi-Fi. All the warlocks that work in there, because it's mostly men, they were doing witchcraft on me because I wouldn't just go and sleep with every single one of them. I dated one gentleman in there. His name was Danny Biddix. Biddix. There was also my supervisor, he was a supervisor of shipping and receiving. His name was Mark Guile. But to be honest, I felt like Mark was kind of the only one that actually had my back. Because when I made the report, he's the only one that seemed to take it seriously, to be honest with you. But then I got taken into a room when I made the report, I made it to Debbie. And after I made the report, not less than 5 minutes after I got done making the report, Joseph Collins comes and finds me in the plant and tries to get me to tell them that I was willing, like I was a willing participant in the fact that I dated Danny Biddix. He took pictures of me in my panties and so forth without my permission. I had none. He also had cameras in his bedroom so that when we had sex, everybody in the plant could watch. And then they passed it around to everybody in the plant. And as soon as I said something about it, as soon as I said that I wasn't comfortable, that this wasn't right, you can't do this, I then got ostracized from my job. I had the ladies from the upfront office come in and ask me if I wanted to commit suicide, if I've ever thought about committing suicide, just everyday conversation piece. And so then when I quit, I had coworkers coming to my house asking me if I was going to come back. And then ever since then, I about 3 weeks after that, I would say, no, not even, I would say probably about 2 weeks, my oldest son started abusing me physically, mentally, and then he did it so bad that, like, I grew up in a domestic violence situation. My father tried to kill me probably about 10 times growing up. But I knew that was all spiritual warfare as well. But they paid King Law Firm in Shelby, North Carolina, to take my son from me. My sister Victoria Kenzie was involved. Kara Hunter was involved. Brandy Fletcher and John Fletcher, not John because he didn't go to court, but Brandy Fletcher, that's just her husband. But Brandy Fletcher also had ties at IMC Metals America. There was people in her family and friends that she had known all her life that also worked there for a very long time. And it just they all came to court and said that I was an abusive, horrible mother, which they had no evidence. Not one piece of evidence. Not one screenshot. Not one picture. And if you go onto my old Facebook, you can see how scared my son is of me. If he was so scared of me and I was that abusive like they said I was on the stand, why is my son not afraid of me? Why is he getting angry? Why is he peeing his pants? Why is he having outbursts? Why is he throwing fits? Why is he constantly being left out and ostracized at Victoria Kenzie's house that he's at right now? Because see, all the judges are Freemasons as well. Just as well as the cops and the lawyers. Because to be anything in this world, you have to be a Freemason or an Eastern Star. So, Mr. Schulberg paid for Victoria Kenzie's lawyer for them to take my son under false pretenses. And Judge Champion and Judge Brackett out of Cleveland County, North Carolina, they have all coerced and schemed up and plotted, and they took my son. They've based, I mean, like, I'm not kidding, I'm not sugarcoating, I'm just going to say it. They're holding my son hostage right now. And I have been threatened that they are going to kill my son, or they're going to continue to abuse my son.